Chopper. I don't know why I'm doing this video for. Chopper with the ones and twos. How you do back on YouTube? Let's set the record straight, man. Before we get started to the video, I said this on my last video, my last reaction video that I did with George Pickens. You know, as setting the record straight, the YouTube channel. As an NBA player and an NFL player, or any type of player in the world who plays United States, did U.S. sports, from tennis, baseball, soccer, all that. Okay. Outside of the field, I don't care what you do. I really don't care what you do. But on the court matters. As setting the record straight, we care about points, we care about stats, we care about the numbers. But outside of the field, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you rob a bank. I don't care if you got women problems, which basically Curry got women problems right now. I don't care if you beat up your neighbor by stealing milk out of a box. I don't care by stealing Amazon boxes. I don't care. We care about stats. We care about numbers. But this is just a reaction video. 6ix9ine just ruined Stephen Curry. One move. And 6ix9ine made a chess move, so that boy Curry playing checkers.
The relationship between Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry is definitely polarizing. But it wasn't always like that. At first, Ayesha Curry was the kind of pick-me wife, staying at home, never wearing revealing clothes, and doing whatever she could to show Steph some respect. But ultimately, that did change. And it changed dramatically. We started to see Ayesha Curry go from being a big-time supporter of Steph to resenting him in real time. And statements like this were red flags.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, there are all these women throwing themselves, but me, the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention.
So here you have a woman complaining that she doesn't get attention from other men, but she wants it. And then Kevin Samuels had to get on it.
She had like my wife. She wants attention all the time. Which I love and shout out support to my wife and all that, but she sounds just like her.
She married a guy that she thinks she's better than, and honestly, she's jealous of him. She's jealous because I'm sitting at home.
Damn, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man. Rest in peace.
And he's on TV every day. He's getting all the fame. He's getting all the red carpet treatment. He's getting all this. And only time she gets attention is attention that he deflects to her. We wouldn't know about Ayesha Curry if it wasn't for Steph. He tries to put her in the spotlight. He tries to put her in front and center. And guess what? If she had what it takes, she'd already be there. And that's what's not being told.
Woo! Now, Kevin always had the gift of bringing things out to the open that some of us wouldn't have thought about. And he says it very clearly. If she was really that chick, she would already be on, but she's not. And you're upset that you're not. Not on. And then even now, as you've seen in the past with some of her interviews, she's talking about how she regrets being, a wife, a mother. She had other
Is that a turtle chain?
things that she
got a Ninja Turtle chain.
wanted to do. And well,
it's healthy.
Celebrity
It's healthy
wasting money
to,
on
in front of
anything.
a bunch of strangers in a public setting, to talk about how your husband just kind of doesn't get it, and how it's much harder for you to not have been able to pursue your dreams that were literally only that, dreams. Like there was nothing in your reality that looked like you were about to be in the trajectory of becoming a C-suite executive.
woo!
Curry still don't get it.
Again, this is the problem with Ayesha Curry. She's acting as if she was going to be like this big time celebrity if she had not met Steph Curry. That's the issue. But hindsight is 2020, so it's easy to say that you would have done X, Y, and Z simply because you are rich. But really, if I wouldn't have went to Grant High School, I would have became the #1 point guard in the city of Sacramento.
Stop the cap.
But again, these things with Ayesha Curry kept coming about, and almost, it seems like almost every few months she goes on to some podcasts and she's really, really disrespecting Steph Curry. And to Steph Curry's point, he's nothing like Ayesha Curry. He's very respectful. He never talks about her in a, devastating way or in a pejorative way, despite the fact that she does this. And this is what has caused so many women to question her.
But at this point, you're embarrassing him because it's like every interview you want to let it be known you're not happy. Then let somebody else marry him. Let somebody else live the lavish lifestyle. Let somebody else make him happy. What you thought was gonna happen marrying a basketball player? You thought he was gonna be home every single day? No, bro. That's what comes with the game. I would be meal prepping for that man, doing everything he gotta do. You on interviews talking about how, in other words, you're miserable. You act like you wanna go cheat.
Now, this lady is interesting because she's saying something that a lot of ladies think. Why don't you just leave the guy, let somebody else marry him, and take care of him? I mean, that's just what you should do, because every time you're talking about this guy, you are insinuating the worst. And it also seems like you're a lady who wants to cheat. Now, again, guys, people have been speculating this for a long time on the internet. Like Ayesha Curry is, showing her body off. She's losing all this weight. She's hanging out by herself in Toronto. Like, clearly this lady feels that she's lost out. So she wants to experience certain things. And I believe that because she has a husband like Steph Curry, let's say, for example, that she was to cheat, she's probably betting on the fact that, okay, well, he's not going to leave me if I do cheat. It doesn't matter.
Woo!
But again, the signs are there. If a woman is talking about this sort of stuff kind of out in the open, and especially if you are a high value man, you are a man that makes a lot of money. And again, Kevin Samuels was saying the same thing deeper into that video. She doesn't respect the position that Steph Curry has. While we are so enamored by the fact that he's the greatest shooter of this generation, he's an excellent basketball player, she doesn't look at him in the same vein, and that's the issue. But he looks at her as if she's the best thing since white rice. And so now these rumors have continued to, kind of fester about, both of them, her willingness to stay in the marriage, speculating when the marriage is going to end because most people think it will end soon, and all of that. But nobody ever had any confirmation of infidelity happening until...
Who is the biggest name girl you've ever fucked?
If I lie, do I get sued for defamation?
Who's the most famous girl you ever fucked?
Yes,
Ayesha Curry.
Wow.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine goes to Neo's stream, and Neo asks him, who is the biggest star that you've ever clapped cheeks with? And he says, well, am I going to get sued? And, he then goes out to say it's Ayesha Curry. Now, I don't know if this is true, and it may not be true, but here is what I know, and this is for sure, that Tekashi 6ix9ine, on almost every female that he has dealt with, has some level of receipts that he can prove to say that he did this. And he typically shows somebody like DJ Academics. He typically shows, people in the industry, or he could be trolling. But let's say that he's not trolling, and this rumor gets out there, people believe it. Well, then why would they believe this sort of rumor? They would believe this sort of rumor because simply of how she behaves. It's believable. And so this is what I kind of want to tell to women out there, that you are in a relationship with a guy and you can be faithful to the guy. But if you're the person that has an attitude like Ayesha Curry
I built my dream life, but I used AI to help me get there. Try Motion. It's a personal assistant.
has, and it's bad and it's terrible, and you're humiliating your man in the public, it is so easy for somebody to go out and say, you know what, you as a lady are exhibiting all these qualities. So yes, it's true, you are doing this to Steph. Now you can come out and get in front of it and say it's not true, but people would like to believe this because typically Tekashi 6ix9ine, from what I know, doesn't like really lie on himself, but you've put it out there by how you acted. And so now everybody can go and say, oh, she's cheating on her husband, and he can get mad about it and like, yo, my wife isn't cheating on me. Stop the show, although he wouldn't know.
Woo!
But if you didn't want people to even believe that, then why do you act the way you do? All that you had to do was act like a lady and be respectful to your husband and to not drag or dog him. And then if somebody were to say this, you slept with a Steph Curry's wife, hey, we would easily be able to shoot that down. Like, what? Like, no, there's no way that she did that, that he's lying. And let me tell you this, he wouldn't even try it either, because people just wouldn't believe him, and he know it wouldn't be true. And let's say, for example, it was true, he'd had to show undeniable evidence. Now, in this case, we're most likely not going to get undeniable evidence, and he could get sued if it's false. But the reality is that she's been acting like this the whole entire time. And so people are going to have a right to go and run with this particular story, although I can't verify the validity of it. Now, if it is true, this is where it's going to be crazy. You see, people tend to like opposites of what they already have. Let's look at Ayesha Curry, for example. If this were true, fundamentally, it would prove something. That she wants the provider guy, who is Steph Curry. He's safe. He's an NBA All-Star. He's a man that's a Christian, all of this stuff.
Yeah, $100 million man.
A man that checks all the boxes, pays the bills.
Yeah.
But a man that you may not find exciting, a man that you feel is holding you back. He's giving you a good soft life, but obviously there's something that you could do in the streets. So you're missing that part of the streets. Okay? Now, if that woman goes out and gets a dude that's completely different from the man that you are, if she's having a sex relationship with him, then it makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense why she would mess with a guy like Tekashi 6ix9ine, because Tekashi 6ix9ine is all about vibes. He's completely different than Steph. He probably is exciting to her, and yes, that's what she needed to, get her what wet and all of that stuff.
Got him!
And ultimately, the rumor is out there, and again, it could be fake. But when you're Ayesha Curry and you've been making all of these problems for yourself and for your husband, then yeah, people are likely going to believe it. And the reason why they're going to believe it, it's your fault.
Woo!
So guys, what do you think it's your boy?
Woo! I don't understand that problem. Listen, man. To all my youngers out there who trying to make it in the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the NBC, the BETs, the MTV, whatever you want to do, whatever sports you want to do in life. Focus on your bag and focus on yourself. Please don't depend on no woman, in the athletic world, because they are hungry succubus out there. And I'm not trying, I ain't trying to be one of those YouTubers out here. These hungry thievings out here, man. Focus on you, focus on the bag, retire at 30s or maybe 40 or something like that. Get a retirement plan, then you can worry about, these females once you leave the NBA and the NFL world, okay? But I want to give a shout out to Savannah, man. Savannah James, man. I think she's the only person left in the league that's holding LeBron down, man. Shout out to Auntie Savannah, but it's low key Savannah trying to do the same thing with Ayesha Curry, man. I was like, Auntie Savannah, come on, Auntie, you can't be doing what Ayesha Curry be doing. That's LeBron, man. That's the king, man. That's $1 billion man. You got $1 billion man on the side. You know what I'm saying? Building schools, building Nike warehouses and stuff like that. Come on, man. Come on, Auntie Savannah. You can't be doing that. But yeah, Curry, Stephen Curry. That man been in the league for what, 15 years? Same team. Four-time NBA championship, man. 4 rings. I was about to say 5, but you can't pass LeBron. I'm sorry, Curry. 4 championships, 4 all-star, whatever, man. That's a $500 million man right there, man. Come on. And you just gonna give your attention and giving your clout, your attention to the world. You have a nice man on your shoulders. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You have a nice man who's making so much money and multiple kids. Why are you trying to ruin your legacy? Why are you out here trying to leap and hop around these celebrities just because you don't have no attention? I'm about tired, man. I'm about tired of this whole Ayesha Curry thing. I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of the sick and tired, man. I'm not doing no more Ayesha Curry videos or reactions, whatever, man. Look, I've been doing 2 hours worth of reaction. I'm about tired. I'm tired of the tired, okay? Chopper, set the record straight. Make sure y'all like the video. I'm out.